Ever felt super motivated to start something, only to give up a few days later? That's because motivation fades, and that's the problem we're solving today. In this video, you'll learn why discipline beats motivation every single time and how to build a system that works even when you don't feel like it. Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever struggled with staying consistent, whether it's in your fitness, work, or personal goals, you're not alone. Today, we're going to uncover why relying on motivation is a trap and how building discipline can transform your life. Stick with me until the end because I'll share a simple, actionable framework that will make discipline effortless for you. You know that feeling when you wake up on a Monday morning full of energy, ready to conquer the world? Maybe you watched an inspiring video the night before or read a powerful quote that lit a fire inside you. You feel unstoppable, like nothing can get in your way. And then Tuesday comes. That same fire you felt yesterday? It's gone. You're tired, you're stressed, and suddenly those big goals you set for yourself seem overwhelming. This is the exact problem with motivation. It feels amazing in the moment, but it doesn't stick around. Motivation is like a guest that comes into your life for a short time, makes you feel good, and then leaves without warning. It's unpredictable, and relying on it to build your future is like building a house on sand. The foundation is weak. The truth is, motivation is not designed to last. It's an emotion, and emotions are temporary by nature. One day you're on top of the world, the next day you can barely drag yourself out of bed. If your success depends on motivation, you're going to have more downs than ups. Think about the last time you were motivated to start something big. Maybe it was going to the gym, starting a business, or learning a new skill. At first, everything feels exciting. You can see the end result in your mind and that vision pushes you forward, but then life happens. Work gets stressful. You have family responsibilities. You feel tired and suddenly that excitement disappears. And when it does, most people quit, not because they can't do it, but because they were relying on motivation to carry them through. Here's the harsh truth. If you only take action when you feel motivated, you will never achieve anything great. Because the reality is, the days you feel motivated are rare compared to the days you don't. Successful people know this. They don't wait for motivation to show up. They don't depend on feeling good to do the work. They understand that motivation might get you started, but it's discipline that keeps you going. Discipline is the ability to keep moving forward when every part of you wants to quit. It's waking up early when your bed feels warm and comfortable. It's going to the gym when you'd rather watch Netflix. It's working on your business after a long day when no one is watching and no one is cheering you on. Discipline is doing the hard things even when you don't feel like it. And the truth is, those moments, the ones where you don't feel like doing it, those are the moments that matter the most. Why? Because anyone can work hard when they feel motivated. That doesn't make you special. The real test is whether you can do it when you don't feel like it. That's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. That's the gap between dreamers and achievers. Let's get real for a second. Motivation feels good. We all love that rush of energy, that spark that makes us believe we can do anything. But if you've ever wondered why some people succeed and others don't, even when they start with the same level of excitement, the answer is simple. Those who succeed understand that motivation is just the appetizer. It's not the main course. You can't build your life on temporary feelings. You need something stronger, something that doesn't depend on your mood or your circumstances. That's discipline. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The first time you push yourself to do something when you don't feel like it, it's hard. You might even fail. But every time you show up despite the resistance, you're training your brain to understand that action comes first, feelings come later. And once you learn that, you become unstoppable. Because now you're no longer a prisoner of your emotions. You're in control. Imagine two people start going to the gym on January 1st. They're both motivated. They both buy new workout clothes, get a membership, and feel excited about the results they're going to see. Fast forward to February. One person has stopped showing up because the motivation wore off. The other person is still going strong, not because they feel like it every day, but because they've built discipline. That second person understands something most people don't. The secret to success is showing up even when you don't want to. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the engine. A spark might start the fire, but without fuel, it dies out. Motivation might inspire you to start, but without discipline, you'll never finish. Let's talk about the real magic of discipline. Discipline isn't just about forcing yourself to do something you hate every single day. It's about building habits that become so automatic that you don't even have to think about them anymore. Imagine waking up and going to the gym without negotiating with yourself. Imagine working on your goals without that mental battle of, should I do it now or later? That's what discipline creates. It gives you freedom from the constant decision-making that drains your energy. Here's the truth most people don't realize. Every decision you make takes mental energy. And when you're relying on motivation, you're constantly having an internal debate. Should I go to the gym? Should I work on my business today? Should I read that book or watch TV instead? And 9 times out of 10, when you leave these decisions up to how you feel in the moment, you're going to choose the easy option. You're going to choose comfort over growth because comfort feels good right now. But when you have discipline, those choices are already made. There's no debate. You do it because that's who you are now. Think about something simple like brushing your teeth. Do you wake up every day and ask yourself, do I feel like brushing my teeth today? Of course not. It's automatic. It's part of your routine. You don't need motivation to do it because it's just what you do. That's exactly how discipline works with bigger goals. At first, it takes effort. At first, it feels hard because you're building a new identity, a new routine. But the more you repeat it, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, it's not even a question anymore. This is the power of habits. Motivation is emotional. Habits are structural. Motivation depends on how you feel. Habits depend on what you've trained yourself to do, and the best part? Habits don't care how you feel. They don't care if you're tired, if you're stressed, if you're not in the mood. Once the habit is there, your body and mind know the drill. You just show up, you just do it. That's when you stop relying on willpower and start running on autopilot. Most people fail because they keep trying to summon motivation every time they want to take action. That's exhausting. It's like trying to push a car up a hill every single day. But when you build discipline and turn it into a habit, it's like parking that car at the top of the hill and letting it roll on its own. It doesn't require nearly as much effort anymore because momentum is on your side. And here's the secret. Discipline is what builds that momentum. You don't need to be motivated for the next 365 days. You just need to be disciplined for the next 30. If you can push through the initial resistance and stay consistent for a few weeks, you'll start to see the habit form. And once the habit is in place, it will feel wrong not to do it. That's when you know you've won. Think about successful people in any field: athletes, entrepreneurs, artists. Do you think they feel motivated every single day? Absolutely not. They have the same human emotions as you. They feel tired, they feel lazy, they feel stressed. But here's the difference. They don't let those feelings decide their actions. They've built habits so strong that skipping the work is harder than doing the work. When Michael Jordan was asked how he stayed consistent, he didn't talk about motivation, he talked about routine. He had a system, he had discipline. Here's the thing most people get wrong. They think discipline is about punishment or restriction. They think it's about living a miserable life with no fun. But discipline is actually freedom. Because when you have habits that serve your goals, you don't waste time second-guessing yourself. You don't live in regret because you know you're redoing what needs to be done. You have more time, more energy, and more control over your life. That's real freedom. Picture this. You come home from work after a long day. You're tired, and the couch is calling your name. If you rely on motivation, you're probably going to sit down, grab a snack, and binge watch your favorite show. But if you've built the habit of working out after work, your brain doesn't even consider the couch an option. You grab your gym bag and go. That's not magic, that's discipline turning into habit. So when people say, I just need to find the motivation, what they really need is to build a system. They need to create routines that remove the decision-making from the equation. Because once something becomes automatic, it no longer drains your mental energy. You save your willpower for the things that truly matter. That's the beauty of discipline. It's not about fighting yourself every day. It's about creating a version of you who does the right thing without thinking twice. And the best part? Once you master this in one area of your life, it starts spilling into others. You build the habit of working out, and suddenly you're eating better. You build the habit of managing your time, and suddenly your productivity skyrockets. Discipline creates a ripple effect that transforms your entire life because you no longer waiting for motivation, you in control of your actions every single day. So, what does all of this mean for you? It means you need to stop chasing motivation like it's the answer to everything. Motivation feels good, but it's a visitor, not a resident. If you build your life around it, you're going to keep starting and stopping, feeling stuck and wondering why you can't stay consistent. The truth is, consistency doesn't come from being motivated, it comes from being disciplined. Discipline is what turns your dreams into habits and your habits into results. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And the best part? It's something anyone can build. You don't need to feel like doing it. You don't need to wake up excited every single day. You just need to make the decision to show up, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, success doesn't belong to the most motivated person, it belongs to the most disciplined person. The one who shows up when it's hard. The one who keeps going when no one is watching. The one who understands that the real power isn't in a burst of energy, it's in the quiet, consistent actions that stack up over time. So start today, not tomorrow. Not when you feel like it. Start now, because the version of you who refuses to rely on motivation and chooses discipline instead, that version of you is unstoppable.